MBA would like to welcome you all for today's seminar on intellectual property rights and their role in business. The Institution Innovation Council is an initiative launched by the Ministry of Education, Government of India through its innovation cell to systematically promote innovation, entrepreneurship and a culture of creativity in higher education. It is established in 2018. IIC aims to nurture innovation ecosystems within campuses, fostering the development of new ideas, products and startups. IIC plays a pivotal role in embedding a spirit of innovation into the core fabric of higher education, equipping students to address real-world challenges and make meaningful contributions to society. CIMS today has initiated a session within this regard to address a very important topic, IPR. This session hosted by CIMS aims to give our students more knowledge and information about IPR and the role play in the life of an entrepreneur and his business. I welcome our respected Director Dr. Mahesh Kumar KR and our esteemed Chief Guest. And our esteemed Chief Guest, Mr. M.G. Kodandara. And I welcome all my faculty members and my dear friends. It is an immense pleasure to have an amazing guest speaker, Mr. M.G. Kodandaram, who is expert in taxation, law and public policy of service in Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. Now I kindly request Mohammed Mukib from MBA to introduce our chief guest. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandana. Now I would like to give a brief introduction about our chief guest, Sir Mr. M.G. Kodandaram, IRS retired officer. He is a highly respected authority in the fields of taxation, law and public policy with an illustrious career spanning over 36 years in Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. Joining public service in December 1981, he served with International Airport as Assistant Director at CBIC. His expertise spans a wide era of domains such as guest, GST, customs exercise, intellectual property rights and cyber law and environmental law, making him a sought-after training and consultant. An accomplished educator, Mr. Kodandaram has been a regular in-house faculty member at the
Very, very happy to be with you. You people know what is business already, isn't it? What is business? You have said yes. There is no route to escape. What is business? What is business? What is the aim of the business? Contribution as well as material. Would you agree with me? So many people have worked together intellectually to come out it within a respected time. The amount of intellectual contribution is far more than the material. Vaccine, when you take it out, the cost may be 2 rupees, 3 rupees material cost. But the contribution of these people who work there has to be recognized. And that money should be given back to that company so that they will do further research. Is it required or not? Otherwise you will collapse. Nobody would like to do the research. Arey choda yaar, we are not going to get the money. Why should I do? When a creative person, when not recognized, keeps quiet, it is going to create a very bad growth in the economy as well as day-to-day social life. Think of it. Because our ancestors have found out so many things, today we are at ease. You look at your mobile phones. How many people might have contributed? There is a guy who got that glass, somebody has found out a SIM card, somebody has come out information, communication, technology, merging. So much of intellectual abilities have come together and they have played a pivotal role. And that wealth, the knowledge is to be recognized as the right. and he should be allowed to monopolize and get that money back. Now, that manufacturer of such vaccine, we have given him the patent rights. For 20 long years, nobody else can manufacture it without taking his permission. When they come to seek the permission, they will pay him royalty, license. That is the intellectual property. Sir, then what the public has got, you are making it as his own property, he will be a monopoly. He will have his monopoly. Nobody else can do that vaccine. So somebody is unhealthy in some part of the country or in the world, he has to be requested and he has to accept for agreement. Then only it can be manufactured and delivered. He may not be able to manufacture here and send also. So there it may be allowed. What is that? Then the public rights are becoming richer otherwise. What is the use? Why should we recognize for allowing that kind of monopoly? For that, if you look into the patent law, it says, on full disclosure, means how he has come out for that product, he will explain everything. It will be available in the public domain. People will come to know how to manufacture a vaccine. That particular vaccine, how it is generated and how it is utilized, what are the tests he has done. All that on full disclosure for a limited time, those rights are vested in him, and therefore it is called patent right. And once he is a patent right holder, nobody else can manufacture. He is the owner, because the law recognizes him as the owner of that invention. And what is the use for the public? Now you want to do research further on that, you want to find out how vaccination is done for some other disease, or in this vaccination itself, if there are better opportunities possible, you can use this knowledge, further develop it. If you have not recognized this patent, you would not have got that knowledge at all. Again, every fellow would go on searching for it. We will be inventing the wheel again and again if we do not allow these kind of recognition to the intellectual ability of a person so that he can encash for a certain time to the public. Is that clear to you now? Now all of you are aware of intellectual property? Say yes or no? Yes, sir. So you know what is the intellectual property now. Now we have to see what are the different types of properties there. Whether I have done some trade name, can I register it? Nobody else can misuse it. You see, this vaccine has a patent as well as they have a trade name. What is the name of the vaccine we are using? That's also a intellectual property. They have a particular design, trade dress, even that is protected. This is where intellectual property adds value to the business, because they can have monopoly for a limited period. Nobody else can come in there. You can rule the world because you are struggling on the intellectual things. Is that clear to all of you now? Yes. So would you agree with me? Intellectual property is valuable. Yes. In fact, if you look into the information coming from the developed nations, 60% of their economy consists of revenue from intellectual property. US, you say it's the most developed nation. Their 60% income is from intellectual property. They don't do anything except the bribe, and you people pay royalty, license fee, technology fee, everything you borrow for your betterment. So there it is very, very important. 60%, 40% material benefit, 60% is bribe. But in India it is a reverse. Though we call ourselves as a wisdom, we did not use this as a proper tool to hold our rights. So we simply allowed somebody else to misuse, and thereby we lost the rights. So now it is time for us to get the intellectual property rights. In this class, we will try to know various types of intellectual property rights and how business is adding that in detail. To the extent wherever doubts are there, please ask me, I try to explain. Shall we start? Yes, sir. It's a high dose, I hope. Done. See, I will be speaking on IPR and business interplay. How? How IPR is essential. If he goes with this, for example, he is a manufacturer of this helmet. If he goes to sell in the market, nobody will recognize it. But if he creates a brand name, makes very good quality item and says, this is a futuristic helmet. If the accident is to occur 5 minutes or 10 minutes later, it's going to report you. So you can be cautious. That kind of futuristic technology he has. It may come. We don't say that. That kind of technology. And here, sir, this in helmet also you can see the route itself. I fixed. See that the gadget has facility there. So you can route map. You can simply say I want to go from Jayanagar to so and so. So it will show the route map. I don't have to go on looking into my mobile. Those things are possible. There is no limit to your creativity. You look into the society's requirements, change the approach, you can grow. At that time, when it is recognized, he has to reach the consumer. Business means consumer must be there. If you are having a shop and if nobody comes and buys, what is the use of the shop? So business means consumer. Consumer should be attracted. More consumers come, more business you do, more profit you get. And this helps for the consumers to come on board. Then we will go innovation, passion to create. Sir, I am an MBA graduate, sir, what research I can do? Sir, I have not gone to school, can I do research? Sir, I am engineer, I only can do. These are all myths. These are all myths. Human being has the ability to create, which is embedded by God. Otherwise, we would not have survived these thousands of years as human beings. Would you agree with me? We know how to adapt, how to learn. You have seen your brothers, sisters as a child, how they are learning to walk. Watch that. That ability is already there. You see a cow and its child, as soon as it born, it knows where to take the milk from. It's already embedded. Understood? So these are all things already available. It's a passion which you have to start with. You have to think, believe in it and open that mind. Today we will try to see that you become more creative in our days. The entrepreneurship, case studies you will see, types of IPRs, Indian economy, startups, MSME, like this we will try to move further. Narayana. IP is protected in law. What is intellectual property? I am giving you for your examination also. Intellectual property refers to creations of the mind, such as inventions. If there is an invention, you can go for a patent act under patent law. Law recognizes it. What it is, you can know. Like literary and artistic work, you can go for copyright. You can go for design rights. You can go for trademark. Mainly, I will concentrate on trademark and patents. IP is protected in law, enable people to earn recognition or financial benefit from what they invent. This is the example I gave you. Go through it. Any doubts you can ask me. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
You can see here, any invention made by anybody subjected to certain eligibility condition can be awarded a patent. Any Indian can apply under Patent Act. Sir, this is my research I have done. Till now nobody has done. You give me the rights so that I will own the rights. If anybody wants, I will manage it for 20 long years. So such kind of inventions are given patent right under Patent Act 1970. More of it we will think of later. Trademark. Trademark is the best way to reach the people. You have heard of Nandini, you know? What is Nandini? What is apple? Fruit. If I say fruit, she is saying no. In other words, the consumer is driven by the mark. Consumer looks into the mark, buys the product. So instead of wasting time telling this, if he has a brand, that brand if he popularizes, people will go for it. And it should have a utility and quality also. So the brand connects the public, consumer. Thereby the consumer comes again and again to the same business person to buy that product. It is an attraction. So trademark is all that. It increases the thing. What should be the trademark? What is the trademark? It should be some number, it could be some symbol, or it could be anything. I don't know. What is this M letter indicates? Mother, M for mother? Huh? McDowell. You have visited McDowell, I know. See, you know how contagious it is. Trademark, isn't it? If I ask what brand you are wearing, what is the brand? Huh? Sonata to watch. There is no link. But what is Atlas? We used to laugh. Atlas is not at all good because it is running Atlas. But unfortunately, it was at that time was a very high profit. And today it should have been the most profitable company because we are moving towards environmental friendly movement. We could have researched a lot of things. But today it is collapsed. Though Atlas means now it is really Atlas. There is no recognition. Though there is a demand for very good bicycles, because he did not keep up the pace with the technology, he lost it. To keep up the pace with the technology, he should have been more innovative, brought new things. Today, you look into any new things, same Sonata, they are coming with new brands, new attractive designs. Now we will go to what is design. Design is the appealing feature of the product. Appealing feature. Looks to the eye. For example, this milk is very attractive. There are some kind of circular panel lines. And it makes, nobody can do this. If he has registered this design, nobody can copy it for 15 long years. Design of your shirts, pants. Karnataka ka bata. Karnataka lado. Chanpatna ties. Amala.
Mysore Pak.
Mysore Pak. Amala. Mysore sand from Sire. I bought Nanjanaguru Savade, and it's just like butter, so beautiful, enjoyable. So there, that's called a geographical indication, and that indication is allowed only to the people there from that place, so that they can do business. Then you have industrial designs, which I have already told you. Layout designs, if you are a technological man, plant variety like this. Traditional knowledge a bit we will talk to. These are all the kind of intellectual properties which are all intangible in nature. Intangible means cannot feel it, but intangibility itself will be recognized as your right, but that right should be expressed in the tangible. For example, the brand Aqua are registered by that person, so it is recognized. Nobody can use Aqua. But Aqua, if he simply keeps the name, it doesn't. It should be placed here on this bottle, expressed in the tangible form. Sonata brand expressed in that. In other words, only when it is expressed, the rights are said to be that. For example, you have written an article and keep on saying, "Sir, I am the title owner for it." It doesn't help. You have to put it in black and white. Otherwise, it is not your property. And once it is expressed, if you give full disclosure of that, then Government of India is going to give you those rights and you will be the owner of those rights. Is that clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts in this, please ask me. Now we will go to Murugesan. Murugesan was the son of a great farmer. He did not want to go to school. He said, school I don't like. So he skips the school at the 4th or 5th standard, comes out, starts working with his father as another farmer, helping the banana plantation to grow. He was thinking at that time, the scientist in him or innovator in him was looking into, I am using all the parts of the banana tree, but I am not using the fiber into banana into rhizopus, that is conjunctival. What I consume. That part I am wasting it. The trunk part I am not using it. All others are useful. I am getting leaves I sell, banana I sell. I use all other ingredients. Even that flower, banana flower is also delicious to eat. And banana roots I can use it for as a sapling in other places. But I am wasting this trunk part. What should I do? So he goes on thinking, can I make something out of it so that I will get money out of it? He tries to take some yarn out of it. It was not strong. But when he was going near the temple, he saw women folk are using it to have garlands. Then he looks at them and asks them, how did you do it? They said, we make it wet, then pull, then it is stronger and all that. Then he uses the same method to make yachts, but he fails. Then he thought, I can make it much more stronger. Goes on doing some experiments. Someday he gets a very strong yacht. Then he says, if I go on doing it manually, it takes a lot of time. I have to use a lot of manpower. He invents a machine to convert that trunk of a banana tree, banana plant, into a fabric. And today he is the leading exporter of this. He is having a patent for that machine which makes banana fabric. Can you imagine this guy getting a patent? Even an MBA, when he says make an application, he is afraid. Sir, there is a sir, how to do this, that, and all this stuff. See this boy, how venturesome he is. This is what is required. This is what is important. Today, he is having a brand. He is selling this one. Lot of people nearby villages, they said, sir, we want to grow. Can we use your machine? Yes, we can use your machine. So there is a market requirement. I am having a good market. You can give me. Put my brand and give me. I will give you franchising. How I will train your laborers. I will give you my mark. Everything I will give you. You go to the Tamil Nadu. You have only banana plantations for my soldier. Thousands of people are feeding on his technology. And he is prospering day by day also. So also the whole people there who are working in the banana field, because they get return of every part of the banana. And this is how you have to create. Is that clear to all of you?
Yes,
so, wherever you are functioning, there itself you should have a clarity of what you should do. Recently I saw one of the patent research done by one of the institutions where I gave some advices to make a claim. She was a nurse training. She was looking into things. When a syringe is used, after using the syringe, they have to put that back. Needle. There was a problem with this needle going back to the shelf, and nearly 30 to 40% of the nurses used to get hurt, and in the night they will not get sleep also because of pain. It may infect them also. So that's it. Every day some 100 injections, 200 injections they will be giving, and again putting it back was a problem. So she takes a survey. From that survey it is revealed from the various hospitals, nearly 30 to 40% of the nurses suffer. She takes up a challenge about how to cure this, how to bring remedy to it. And that girl comes out a wonderful innovative project. She creates a small umbrella type shape in the beginning there, and she will use it while picking up the syringe, and after delivery they will put it. Even if it doesn't go there directly, it will not hurt their fingers. So second attempt they can try. that umbrella around is taking shelter. So I told them, you take for this method of process of using the sterilized this one. Number two, I told them the design. The design is also looking very, very attractive. So those claims are hers now. She has applied. I am 100% sure she will get patent as well as design, and that becomes a popular product. All the hospitals in the world require it. They will have to request them to give. Here, Krupalidhi have a IPR club where they incubate their professor, Mr. Khalid. He is guiding them, and there is a shared profit sharing method. So the nurse will get billions of rupees in the next 5 or 10 years, and they will be getting a share. Institution also will get a share. So you can imagine your innovative ability, if it is not properly protected. You have the intellectual ability, but you should know whether it can be protected, and once you protect it, you can encash it. Is that clear to all of you? This is how you have to improve your ability to do innovative things. Sir, how innovative? What is innovation? These are all definitions for your examination point of. Kindly look at it. It is also very important, because once you understand my practicality plus this, you will be a master of it. Innovation is the creation, development, implementation of a new product, machinery in case of Murugesan, new delivery system by the girl, process or service with the aim of improving efficiency, effectiveness, competitive advantage. Need to innovate is intrinsic for a healthy economy. Otherwise, we would not have had mobile phones. You have seen 15-20 years ago how our communication system was. Can you imagine the dot dialing telephone of ITI? So painful. Today each one of us will carry 2 or 3 mobile phones. Who has contributed? Innovation has provided for it. Today every person is having mobile. There is a digital literacy going on, technological development. If we were not to give patent for it, we would have been in the starting point. Nobody would have disclosed, because he doesn't get anything. So, driverless car, who should be the patent holder? The technology fellow? Or he's not driving, he's sitting. All of a sudden it meets with an accident. Let us assume. Don't get accident, okay? So it gets accidented, and there's a problem now. Whom to be punished? He says, sir, I am not at all driving. I am just sitting. It's good. The technology fellow, when I give the patent, I tell him there is an accident, you have to pay damages. He will say, no, sir, I don't know all that. Then who will be the owner? That's the challenge. It will be answered in the law. That's what I am giving you. The things are taking shape. In what way it is going. Similarly, there is a equipment follow which can, if you order it, will give different colors, different types of photos immediately. Whatever subject you want. There, this one itself also is learning. The machine also doesn't know what it is going to be. Because it reads whatever available from there, it exposes. So that's a challenge for the future we need to look at. Is this clear to all of you? Yes. But you know the problem of plagiarism. Plagiarism, colleges, MBA, paper, copy, cut and paste. Don't do that. You can read hundreds of articles, make your own expression. Very simple language you write, you get more inclined. That's what you need to do. So designs, similarly shapes, new, original, you get 15 plus years. What is the time now? Very good, welcome. What is the time? I don't know. Up to what time we can speak? I'm a dangerous speaker. I speak for 6 to 8 hours. My boss is there. You certify it. Can I speak another 15 minutes? Yes. 1 minute I will speak. Otherwise I will relax. You want it? Yes, sir. Yeah, very good. Now we will go. What is this design? Design need not have any purpose. It has no other work. Sir, that is very much essential for the product. No, not required. Only to make shape look like. जो दिखता है वही बिकता है ना? It looks very attractive, then get sell. That's why you go with the makeup, isn't it? What's makeup is only like this now. Take it in a very lighter way. Understand? He is doing makeup. Look at our girls. Boys are also excited. Say, I got the long road. That is the design. Here, industrial design is some identical item of that sort can be improved. For example, you are a very good architect. There you can have a design. You can see some of the examples I have given here. Here I have not brought those photos. You can look in industrial design. This is a unique type they have done. Design, I can. Sir, this shirt is unique prints that can be protected. Means anything new you do can be protected. I'll give you a very good example, practical example of a design. What is this? This is in Import. I had gone to the Ministry of Industries. There they had taken me to perfumery cluster. Cluster means a group of people joined together. They have a common laboratory, common manufacturing premises because they don't have to use it regularly. Here people will grow perfumes and the perfumes has to be processed and that process has to be labeled for which they require machine, laboratory testing. Government of India has given a common thing. Around 100 farmers make use of that facility cluster. Every time how many hours they have used, they make payment. I went to give a talk to them how to utilize creativity. They served me with the tea. Any difference you are seeing here? It's a big tea. Anywhere have you seen somebody else cutting like that? Yeah. So it is unique design. He has not used the thread. Look at it. I asked him why you are not using the thread. Sir, the smell in the thread will spoil the taste. So we have used it. And because it's going to fall regularly into the tea, we have avoided it by picking it. I told them, this looks very attractive. Have you taken design? He said, what is design, sir? Because they were not aware. They were only aware of patent, things like that, processes, things like that. Then when I said design, they were startled. What is this design? I told them, the look at which it has a purpose and all is immaterial. It may not have anything. If it is looking good looking, you can. Then they applied. After 6 months, they wrote to me, sir, our sales licensing of design is more than selling of the tea. You see how they would have lost their design invention to their society. At least tea, each one grew and they used to sell on their own markets. Perfumes, they used to make profits. Here, that society is making a profit. And he says, sir, we can give more free service to our farmers because we are getting profit. This is how, without your knowledge being encashed by somebody else, because you are full. Be wise. Will you? Now we will go to trademark, very, very important. What is this, man? If I ask you to tell the name of God or books, you will fail, but you will tell all this. So it shows, as a consumer, how you are attractive to that. Why Apple people are calling it as Apple? Why can't they call it as computer? Monkey brand Halina Pudi. I have monkey, never uses the name. Monkey Halina Pudi. Asa like a monkey brand. What brand is it? Pigeon. Can this fly, man? No, keeps it an absurd name as pigeon. Kindly note, the brand name, trade name should be an abstract name, nothing wrong with the product. If I call it as a bottle, that will not be my trade name. Only when I call it as pigeon, pigeon has a brand name. And when he wants to have such kind of bottle established, he cannot put this pigeon. It will be counterfeit. He will be using his brand name. He has to pay him the royalty and use it, or he has to create his own brand name. What is the brand name you are going to give for your bottle? You are a commercial man. What do you take care of? इसको क्या देखते हैं? जो मन में आता है, whatever comes to mind, you tell. That will be your brand name. What comes to your mind? Hydra. Hydra. Hydra is also good name. It has no connection. Hydra. Hydra water bottle is not that. Means you should go for a new abstract name and you have to popularize Hydra bottles which have come Bangalore. Is very good. You can keep this one. There are some fellow comes out with a innovative bottle. He has an inner shell made out of mud, outer with aluminium. Like that you can create. You can have separate type of this one. You are not using plastic. You are using Mother Earth there. It will not contaminate. It will not break because aluminium is there. It doesn't get. Similarly, you can have thousands of creations there. But where you are selling, if you don't have a brand name, you are the loser. Nobody will come and ask. Now because it is hey, I want pigeon money, it is very good, very. You will come and ask. That is the affinity the consumer will have a brand name. And that brand name should be a unique name, separate name, not explaining the product. Look at things now. So when you apply for trademark, they give the notice as 3 years, and after approval, it becomes registered. If somebody misuses it, we call it as counterfeit. Lot of counterfeit goods are there now. Somebody is wearing Avon, looking attractive. If you go and see, sir, 100 rupees for duplicate. Other than now, that card is counterfeit. It is very dangerous. They have done structurally something wrong, simply some glass, they have put that name and trying to sell as Ray-Ban. If Ray-Ban fellow says, give it soon, my brand name is misusing. So they will be understood? So it gives them monopoly in the market. I told you, patent is valid for 20 years, design for 15 years, copyright, if it is a literary work, life of the author, plus 60 years. If it is photograph and some kind of publications, 60 years from the date of publication. If it is a broadcasting rights, 25 years. Now some more critical thinking for your business. Commercializing by 2 parallel economies. One is commercial, which involves money. Money is required. Second is research is required. You cannot keep on giving the old product. Nobody will buy. Nobody will buy. They will say, no. Somebody else has a better model. I will not buy this. Will you buy Nokia 5510? I have freely I give. It's a dust. At that time, it was a price position. Now you are able to imagine yourself how you have upgraded your mobiles, laptops, dress wears, approach to life, movement. Everywhere there is a development. It has a financial implication as well as technological implications. Only when a proper technology is upgraded, then only you have a commercial profit. Otherwise, there will be no profit. If I keep a shop and go on selling 5510 Nokia, whether I can make money, I'll become a pauper. That's how large companies have lost. Therefore, while fundamental research is the key driver for research economy, commercial economy is the preferable in the marketplace. So, commercial economy added with the research, then only can happen. There is, I wanted to be more mathematical, so that when you write the algorithm for your program, it should help. So I have come out with a functional theory. Q is taken as an output, it becomes K is the capital and L is the labor. So a business should have a capital and a labor. Both are required. So more good labor, good finance, then you may have quality. Now today the formula is changed. When you have the technological R&D, it becomes F function of research and development and hire human capital. You cannot have an ordinary man. Today if you hire an ordinary person, if he doesn't know how to open the computer, what is the use of him having it? If I have a driver for a BMW, the erstwhile type fellow who doesn't know anything, can he drive BMW? So there, these two are very important. When the ad, they then only need to innovate is influencing for a robust economy. If you want a very good economy like developed nations, innovation is inevitable. Would you agree with me, sir? He is my boss. He is 75 plus. See him, how enjoyable he is sitting. Okay, now you got the idea? This is Mr. Brahmananda. I am only Ramananda. So any doubts in this space, ask me. I will try to help you. Alright. So why intellectual property is essential for business? Here I will not read all this. This is for you to read at your leisure and try to understand. If there is any doubt, please send me a note. I will explain you how it is. This is a theoretical one which is available in your books of records. Now practically I have given, look all of them. For me, stimulate economic growth by encouraging investment, research, development is possible only when you have forward-looking technology and forward-looking investment. Otherwise, you will collapse as a business. Sir, whether worldwide it is propagated, you can see here, World Intellectual Property Organization is that. They have, in the last 3 years, what was their theme of having this week? First of all, IP and youth innovating for better future. That was the theme in 2023. And here, 22, we had this private versus public, but it's the women and IP. Women should be in IT. In 2022, we did a project. Our educated women, when they go for a family, this one and all, for 10 to 15 years, they go away from the jobs, things like that. We wanted their knowledge should not be wasted. So in the Indian Institute of Science, we had a Sukanya scheme where we called them back, gave them stipend, gave them food and other facilities. We made them patent agents and IPR experts, and we have allowed them to work as techno-legal or techno-knowledge. This one in other place. They have all got the jobs. Nearly 90% of the people who are trained, those women folk, they have got the job. So knowledge is very, very, very valuable. Kindly make use of it. Time goes, your knowledge is gone. So you have to keep up with the knowledge and time. Now we have gone here, IP and SDG. What is this SDG for the country? It is Sustainable Development Goals. If you Google in the UN Charter, there is a Sustainable Development Goal. There are 22 goals which says for the human being to be happier in this earth, we should move towards that. That's what the document says from 1985 itself they have done. But we have gone backwards. More and more we say world should develop. We are doing something wrong all the time. Whole of the world was very good water. We contaminated it and now we are drinking this water. How tragic it is, isn't it? Earlier I could have drank. I was playing as a child in the Rishabhavati river. Can you go and look at Rishabhavati? Go nearer it. It appears to be a demon. See the size of it. And now say Rishabhavati, we will make it a potable water. Why the technology is required? You see the guys here, they spoil the whole air, atmosphere. The day is not far off when you have to go with oxygen cylinder. At that time, you can ask for a matching cylinder also. That's the tragedy. When God given uncontaminated, fresh air is there, we contaminate with unnecessary luxuries, throwing it to the dustbin. Therefore, it says, to improve the sustainable development goals, you look into alleviating poverty, food for all, those schemes. How you can contribute by innovating, there we will recognize even better. So that society is benefited. Simply doing some research of some bacteria or some this one, it doesn't help the public. You should look into the needs of the public and chip in as a person who innovates that gap. Sir, when patent is given, whatever you do should have a novelty. Means when you disclose to the government, it goes for prior art search. Anybody earlier have used it, that technology, the methodology, or the process, or the product. If it is not, then only it will be your problem. Secondly, you should have a utility. Utility means usefulness, and it should be non-obviousness. I told you, sir, I have found out a new helmet. What is that new thing he has done? He has put over here a mobile phone, a fixer. You can fix the mobile phone and use it. I don't think it is an innovation. It may be an innovation for our utility, but under Patent Act, you will not get paid. Because I know what the helmet is doing. I also know what my mobile phone can do. Both of them are connected. It is obvious for any man with the technology to come out. But if you come out with a technology where you see that the thing is inbuilt in this, and you are able to forecast there, and you can use AI technology and say forecast next 5 minutes, what is the way I will be meeting with the next and how I have to avoid. All that it can plan, and you will be an inventor. It is not obvious. It is very, very difficult, and he has put his inventive step into it. Is that clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
If you do a normal, this one is a patent, there is no anything. They will give you patent only you do these three things. So invention means new product or process involving the inventive step capable of industrial application. Got that idea now?
Yes, sir.
Criteria, patentability, utility, novelty, okay side, patent anybody can do. But here, patent, publish and prosper, and not publish and perish. Very, very important. What does it mean? What I am trying to tell you? Can anybody think of it? Let us assume in your group you have come out with an innovative product which is fit to become a patent. It could be a business process where you have made a machine where it can do better outcomes and it can work on better logic, things like that, and that instrument has a very huge demand. At that time, your teachers and all, they start making very big propaganda. Bring all newspaper people, give a photo op, give a write up about the institution, give that product details, everything they will disclose and say we are pioneered in that. That's called publishing. If you do that, you will perish. That's what I am. Sir, what you are telling, sir? Kindly note, once you publish, you will lose the right to apply. Because it's already available in the public domain. The knowledge is available now. You have given it. If you are first to discover or invent, then only you will get it. How do you prove that you are the first? That's why when an idea comes, at that time itself you can file a provisional patent application. Later on, once you make that product tangible product, then you file a final application. Or your product is ready, make a application. Afterwards you publish, it doesn't matter. Because you are the first owner. Whatever publicity is there, at a later date it is there. And therefore, this is the precaution all the institutions shall take. It is patent first, published later, then you can prosper. If you do publish early, you are going to lose all your wealth. Your knowledge will become property of somebody else. Is that clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Now you know what is a patent. There are a lot of other things about patent. How to make application and all is not required now. I will move further. What is this here? You see how many patents are there? They are the contributors for this technology which you are holding, and then you pay 20,000, 10,000, 20,000 amount. All of them will get a share. Ask me the question. Sir, three of us have written this paper. Who is the copyright owner? Come on, tell me. All the three we are copyright owners. Now, how much the validity is there? How long I have the rights? 60 years from the which author? 3 authors are there. They will not tell you 7 pages. Find out that. Okay? Then you start learning, researching. When I will get it when there is a common matter. I don't want to tell the answer. Now, it could be anything. But it should not explain the name. That's all. And it could be a product mark. It could be a service mark. It could be a collective mark. Collective mark. All doctors have plus mark. Can you give me some collective mark?
Advocates.
Advocates. Chartered accountants. Certification mark. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ತಗೋತೀಯ ನೀನು? ಹಾಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕು ಸರ್, ಅಗ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಈಗ? MBA ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. So it need not be only goods. It could be anything. It could be even shape of the marks. It could be color marks. It may be even sound. Jingle sound ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಯಾವುದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಏರ್ಟೆಲ್ದು ಸೌಂಡ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅದು ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಗು ಎದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಯಾ? ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಗು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬಂತು. Once I was returning from Delhi, it had the flight absolutely went enough. It did not as usual. Even at 12 o'clock they started. Sir, kindly check in. We went inside. And as soon as I about to sleep, I was totally tired. A child started crying in the flight. We can't do anything. A child cries. We tried to pacify. So I also went. She was crying. The child was crying. I want paper boat, paper boat. I take a paper sheet of my thing and made a boat and gave it. He threw on my face, telling that you are a fool. You don't know what is a paper boat. A girl nearby came and gave some kind of juice which was written as paper boat. The child started drinking. I was worried once that is over, she will cry. But they filled up water, but still it was drinking because it was paper boat. Paper boat, nothing to do with juice. See how it attracts the consumer. A lot of MSMEs after the COVID lost business. I told them, what is your brand name? If you want to have a brand name, people would have said, I want that particular brand. That is the connection, idea you create for the consumer. So especially for MBA people, you may have to protect the brand names of your companies. You may have to create brand names for your companies. A new product has come. You have to innovate. What is the brand name? It should be an attractive name which is not defining the product. It should be a kind of abstract and you should popularize it so that people will know when you say 7 o'clock it's a break. Even at 8 o'clock you can take a shave, but at 7 o'clock it's a break. Okay? You can see here, this is what called Kumbi test. It should be fanciful name, arbitrary name. If it is suggesting it, Vidyarthi Bhavana, abstract. Vidyarthi Bhavana, I thought if they will install and go, it's a hotel. For my surprise. So there is an abstract, suggestive name. Upahara Darshini, it is a suggestive name. Other people also may keep it, you may not get it. It's very good, not good. If you keep something abstract, nothing to do with food, then you will get it. Similarly, descriptive is very difficult. If it is generic, you will not get it. So this is how you have to think. You are under the impression brand name is, I should explain the product. Come out of it. You should not explain the product. You should be something away from the product. Some nonsense word. For example, if there is an exhibition of paintings here, the painting which I do not understand, I will give the first prize. It should be so much abstract. We should study. And I create that kind of link. So that's what. There is also a mark on my face. You see? So that mark is not a trademark. Your political parties have a mark. You have seen one fellow having this. One fellow is having a elephant. Another fellow is having a Kamala. another is hand. It has nothing to do with the party, it is only a symbol indicating that. So also you should create a symbol for your product in the market. Got the idea?
Sir.
That's very, very important. Nandini. What is Nandini? Whether it is a counterfeit goods, they are phonetically similar. They are in the food industry. So they are fought. This Nandini KMF fought in the Supreme Court. They said, confusingly similar, if it is there I cannot give, but it is not confusing. Sir, it is Nandini only. No. What you say may be Nandini, but as a consumer, is there any confusion? In this classroom, did you have any confusion? And therefore, they are different. Both of them are eligible. So always deceptive or counterfeit is decided from the angle of the consumer, not from the angle of the manufacturer. Is that clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Now, these things you are not supposed to use in the trade name. Why? You will find out. Is this counterfeit? Can I sell Candid, which is a very good brand, by clothing? Supreme Court said, yes, it is counterfeit gold. You cannot use it because the dressing of the trade is also similar. And therefore, it's a counterfeit. They are imposed some crores of rupees penalty on these people. Now the latest one, Kaldi kind is for a calcium one. Some fellow comes out with Calica P. Is it not counterfeit?
Yes, sir.
Last month or some couple of months maybe, earlier, Delhi High Court has said, no, you cannot use this brand name because your people buying it, when they go, even if this is given, they will pay, and therefore you are misleading people using his brand value, his value in the market, his goodwill in the market, and therefore it is not allowed. It has given an injunction. Injunction is temporary stoppage. Don't use for any product till I hear. You can see other laws I have given here, trademarks, GI, designs and all. So you have some very good understanding of the intellectual property rights. Now you look into the business angle. How do I improve my business? We will go very fast now because you are all MBA guys. You know business what it is. IPR was a little difficult, so I went slow. So it's for you to take me further, faster. Sir, I have made a product. Can I have all the rights together one by one? If you are eligible, you can have. Here is a method where nowadays we don't have our children staying with us. So some fellow developed a procedure where he invented the eye drops as well as the procedure to use it by elderly people or anybody, the delivery system also. Here in this, he has protected with so many rights. Property is nothing but rights. You know very well now, isn't it? Rights is a better word to call it as property. Rights gives you the title to do, undo or do otherwise. Now, you can see here, patent right, for the product he has a patent right, for a mark, trademark he has protected, he has design, the design of the delivery system, that also. The process of delivering, he has a patent for it. So it has both design as well as patent. It looks attractive. User guide, he has copyright, and here he has trade secret. So you can encapsulate a product, come together under FRAND terms. It's a very important development, FRAND, how the price is arrived at. For example, mobile phone has so many technologies embedded. Each technology fellow will get it. How much will get it? How it is shaped is under FRAND terms. That itself is a very big study. Let me not go there. Now you can imagine that. Why can't you do this kind of things in yourself? Oh, forget this man. Can you not do this? We are very good in playing cricket. We were using the traditional veils. We kept on looking in and we said we are the richest people in cricket. But we forgot there is a fellow who is much more richer than us now. This guy, Zuckerman, found out this methodology. He invents For every match, he charges 35 lakhs. You cannot buy because you cannot maintain. You will say you maintain. Sir, per match I will send my man with these things. If there is any requirement, immediately I will replace also. You want to pay me 35 lakhs. Are we not fools to play with bales and keep quiet for so many years? Do we not have engineers who can innovate this at that time? Today, if you innovate, it doesn't have any benefit because he has already fully disclosed to the public how he has innovated, and you have to buy from him. If you buy, you cannot maintain, so you license. Buying, licensing, what is the difference? She has a house. I purchased the house. The title of the house is transferred to me, and I can break the house, do whatever I want. She has no rights. Means fully giving the rights. It is similar to say he has purchased the helmet. Even if he throws it into Arabian Sea, nobody will care because he is the property owner. Got that? Now, what is licensing? Licensing is giving for rent. He has given the house to rent. When I leave, if it is not in proper position, she is going to find me, and I cannot alter anything because she is the title holder. If I have borrowed this, hey, and come on, bro, ma, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, 200 ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಹೆಲ್ಮೆಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಟ್ಟು ಹೋದ್ರೆ, is the license holder. I have to pay him the rent. Understood? So in all activities, licensing is keeping the title together, keeping the title there, keeping the title to yourself, only renting it out. That we call as licensing. You are understandable in the sales and the license? Yes. That's what you should be MBA guy. Okay? Now this kind of technology, इसमें क्या है यार? कुछ नहीं है. If you read the invention, I have given the details there. At your leisure, you can see how they make a climb and all that. It is very simple, and like fools, we went on playing the cricket, struggling. One select agila. That guy could have started, did this. Lot of engineers are there. We had engineers, international level, our Kumble, Javkar, everybody, but they never thought of this. So this is where you should be different in your approach, innovative. What is required for that system? You must be able to get. And innovation and startup policies. Sir, you are telling a lot of things. This startup, when I start my business, is there any help coming? What are the positive things? Today, you might have seen from last 10 years, we are having this startup culture. Everywhere, all youngsters are starting new industries, new technology, new things and all. And that is the point. If you go to any engineering college, any MBA college, now they are going towards IPR, innovation, so that the children come out. I always recommend, you have to have collaboration with the industry. There are a lot of business industries which are in business line. You have to collaborate and you should do so that nurturing innovation, startups for students, strategies, problem solving, how this government of India is doing. I am going to give you some more clues for you to upgrade that process and come out with a new approach in your life. So only when you create, you have to apply, then you have to protect, then only you can make successful business. Sir, I am having a house, but somebody without giving rent staying there. No, you have to protect. You have to ask him to do every month proper rent, otherwise you will throw him out. So like that you have to protect your property. His land is there. If you don't properly protect, somebody will build a house. So you have to protect your property, intellectual property, granted to you, and IP is granted on full disclosure of your research. You can see here, this is the Punjabi University, Patiala. They have come up with a biosensor device methods for estimation of urea. Main objective to detect urea present in milk. See, they have made huge money. The university is getting very well because all over the world they are using this technology. Water, whether milk, whether it is contaminated or not, they want to know. So they go for this biosensor. Their biosensor wing, instead of simply teaching the children on biosensor, they made the children to come out with this product. So the university is benefited, teachers are benefited, society is benefited more than anything. We have a technology today of our own. We don't have to depend on other. Secondly, we always neglect our traditional knowledge. Traditional knowledge means the knowledge of our ancestors. Unfortunately, recently, 5 years ago, Kanpur, IIT has come out with a traditional knowledge center where they are looking into our Vedic sciences. If you look into, when we said we have purity for insecticide, instead of insecticide and pesticide, for plants we can use neem. People laughed at us. They said, what is the technology, man? You people simply go, nothing can be grown, and they started using the modern technology, pesticide and insecticide. Today, we are all having diseases because of it. We never used our ancient wisdom, which is available. There was a guy from India who has gone there, and he said, these fellows doesn't know here the wealth of neem. He started doing some research on neem, and he applies for a license there, patent there in that country for neem as his patent. Neem, patent. If you were to get patent, you cannot use neem. So government of India, in all its way, wanted to say no, neem was used by generations, but there is nothing in proof. So we have to find out from various texts how neem was used in the agriculture, and we were able to present a case. After fighting for 5 years, we said it's a traditional knowledge, it is not your knowledge, there is already a prayer or something. We won the case. But see the struggle, see the foolishness of ours, not treating our product and not recording it. By not recording it, we are allowing somebody else to loot it. And whenever such reports come, we start taking shelter. Is it possible to take purity measures at every time? ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹತ್ತಾಗ ಬಾವಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಾಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ವೇನ್ರ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಫ್ somebody says it's risk, no, I have already done it, you must be able to do it. So recording is very, very important. Here also, whatever you do, your work, faithful work, you should record. Even the stories that you tell are very people will do it. So that you will be the owner. Come to that. Otherwise you will make a film and she will make money. And you will know. At least you can sleep quiet, so do that. So now, you go to the turmeric. Some fellow again said, turmeric can be a skin or curing skin disease. Then we said, we have done it, we have to struggle. There was a Texamati coming, Basmati rice or cotton. He called it as Texamati and wanted to. We had to fight. In other words, if we do not recognize our ancient wisdom, we are going to pay a very heavy price. It's the property belonging to our ancestors. Kindly note that when an elder dies, a library is lost. That's what we have done. We have not recorded properly what our grandma said. In fact, there is a story of a girl. Whenever she was feeling very stressed, she used to go to her grandma. She used to give a nice bath to her with a specially prepared oil. She learns that oil, how it is done by the grandma. She comes up with a brand, and today it's the largest selling oil in India. What it is. She has encouraged commercial knowledge. It's the knowledge, ancestral knowledge of our grandmother given to the consumers. Thereby she is running a commercial organization. This is what is required. Today while coming, I saw one board, British Biological. Where it is? Ashoka Pillar. Of the Amir Pandya Road. Today you see, she was ready. So this is what for you. Thank you.